Welcome back to Sightseer Stories. It's time for pumpkin spice lattes, cozy sweaters, and vibrant leaves. We're talking about one of the best times of the year, fall. No better place to experience autumn than the USA. Let's embark on a visual journey to top destinations. Hit subscribe and ring the bell. Let's go. First up, we're heading to the concrete jungle, but don't worry, we're about to find ourselves in a sea of color. That's right, we're talking about New York City's Central Park. This iconic park transforms into a fall paradise you won't believe. Picture this. You're strolling through miles of golden-hued trees, the crisp autumn air filling your lungs. It's like something out of a movie, but trust me, it's real. And it's calling your name. First up, let's talk about those horse-drawn carriages you've seen in countless movies and TV shows. Yeah, they're real, and they're waiting to take you on a romantic ride through the park. Snuggle up under a warm blanket, listen to the sound of hooves hitting the pavement, and soak in the colorful scenery. But if you're feeling a little more active, grab a friend, rent a rowboat, and head out onto the Central Park Lake. Gliding across the water, surrounded by the vibrant foliage reflecting on the surface, it's the kind of experience that stays with you long after the leaves have fallen. And hey, don't forget about those iconic bridges and arches scattered throughout the park. They become picture-perfect frames for your fall photo shoots. Trust me, your Instagram feed will thank you. So, whether you're a nature enthusiast, a hopeless romantic, or just looking for an unforgettable fall experience, put Central Park on your list. It's a must-see, must-do, must-experience kind of place. All right, folks, from the city that never sleeps to the mountains that leave you breathless, we're heading south to the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. And let me tell you, this place is a whole different kind of autumn wonderland. We're talking about 500,000 acres of pure, unadulterated natural beauty. Mountains that seem to touch the sky, covered in a patchwork of fiery reds, burnt oranges, and vibrant yellows. It's nature's own masterpiece, and you're invited to explore it. The Smoky Mountains get their name from the natural fog that often hangs low over the mountains, creating an almost mystical atmosphere. And in the fall, that fog mixes with the crisp autumn air, making you feel like you've stepped into a scene from a fairy tale. But don't let the dreamlike scenery fool you. This park is an adventurer's paradise. We're talking about over 800 miles of hiking trails just waiting to be explored. Lace up your hiking boots, grab your backpack, and experience the Smokies the right way, on foot. Whether you're a seasoned hiker or a weekend warrior, there's a trail for you. For a challenge in epic views, head to Chimney Tops Trail. The panoramic vista from the summit is worth every drop of sweat. For a laid-back hike, check out the Gatlinburg Trail. It's a paved, flat path along the west prong of the Little Pigeon River, perfect for a leisurely stroll surrounded by fall colors. You might even spot some local wildlife, black bears, deer, elk. Admire them from a distance and keep your snacks stored away. The Great Smoky Mountains offer an autumn adventure you won't forget. Get out there, explore, and let nature take your breath away. All right, we're heading west, people, straight to the heart of the Rocky Mountains. Aspen, Colorado. This place is legendary, and for good reason. Just picture this. You're cruising down a mountain road, sun setting behind you, and bam! Everywhere you look, it's like someone took a paintbrush dipped in gold and just went to town on the entire landscape. I'm talking about the aspen trees, obviously. They turn this insane, vibrant yellow in the fall. It's seriously breathtaking. Now, I know what you're thinking. Aspen? That's a millionaire's playground, right? And yeah, it can be pricey. But here's the thing. You don't need a private jet and a chalet to experience the magic of this place. There are plenty of ways to do Aspen on a budget. Think camping, hiking trails that won't cost you a dime, and local dives with killer views and even better prices. Do your research, be smart about it. Plus, even just driving through Aspen is an experience in itself. Roll those windows down, feel that crisp mountain air, and soak in the scenery. That's the beauty of it, folks. You can experience the grandeur without breaking the bank. So don't write off Aspen just yet. Get out there, explore, and discover your own version of this mountain paradise. Okay, let's talk road trips. If there's one thing that screams fall in America, it's cruising down a scenic highway with leaves exploding in color. And for that, there's no place better than the Blue Ridge Parkway. 469 miles of pure autumnal bliss, winding through the Appalachian Mountains. It's like driving through a postcard. You can take it slow, pull over at countless overlooks, or just park and breathe in that fresh mountain air. Now, the Blue Ridge Parkway isn't just about stunning views. It's steeped in history and culture, too. You've got charming mountain towns, historic sites, and vibrant art communities dotting the route. Stop off at Mabry Mill, this perfectly preserved 19th century village, and step back in time. Or explore Highlands, North Carolina, a nice little town with great food and some of the best hiking trails. And listen, you can't forget the food. We're talking hearty mountain cooking, fresh-baked apple pie, and don't even get me started on the craft beer scene. My advice? Come hungry and thirsty. The Blue Ridge Parkway is more than just a road trip. It's an experience. It's a chance to disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with nature, with history, and with yourself. All right, let's switch gears for a second and head west again. This time we're talking wine country, Napa Valley, California. Now I know what you're thinking. Napa? In the fall? Isn't that more of a summer destination? And yeah, summer in Napa is great. But fall is something special. It's harvest season, folks, which means the vineyards are bursting with activity, the air is thick with the smell of ripe grapes, and the whole valley is buzzing with excitement. Now listen, I get it. Napa can have a reputation for being a little, shall we say, upscale. But here's the thing. You don't need to be a wine snob to appreciate Napa in the fall. There are plenty of ways to experience the magic of harvest season without breaking the bank. Look for smaller, family-owned wineries. These places are often more laid back, more affordable, and they'll give you a more authentic taste of Napa. And don't be afraid to explore beyond the vineyards. Napa Valley is home to some incredible hiking trails, charming towns, and farm-to-table restaurants that will blow your mind. Rent a bike, pack a picnic, and go explore. Get lost in the rolling hills, soak up the sunshine, and breathe in that fresh California air. Napa Valley in the fall is an experience you won't soon forget. All right, we're diving headfirst into New England, a place that does fall differently. We're talking about Acadia National Park, Maine. This place is like walking into a Bob Ross painting. First up, the coastline. Imagine jagged cliffs plunging into the Atlantic. It's the kind of view that makes you want to sit on a rock. And you know I'm all about that adventure life. Hiking trails wind along the coast. Heart-pumping climbs rewarded with panoramas. This is the kind of place where you can totally disconnect. Breathe in that fresh, salty air. It's a reset button for your soul. Now let's talk about those forests. Imagine walking through tunnels of trees, leaves crunching under your feet, sunlight filtering through the branches above. It's like stepping into a fairy tale. Minus the talking animals, unless you count the chipmunks. And the colors. We're talking vibrant reds, fiery oranges, and yellows so bright they could power Times Square. It's like Mother Nature decided to throw the most epic going-away party for summer. You just gotta see it to believe it. But here's the thing about Acadia. It's not just about the views. It's about that feeling you get when you're surrounded by so much natural beauty. It's about disconnecting from the chaos of everyday life and just being present in the moment. Enjoy the views and the hiking trails. There is nothing like Acadia in the fall. So trust me when I say, a trip to Acadia National Park is like hitting the pause button on life. It's a chance to recharge, reconnect with nature, and just breathe. Next up, we're heading to a place that screams autumn vibes, Vermont. Forget the skyscrapers and the subway, we're talking rolling hills, quaint towns, and a slower pace of life. Vermont in the fall is like stepping into a Hallmark movie. Think cozy cafes with steaming mugs of cider, charming bed and breakfasts with fireplaces, and classic New England towns with church steeples. And you know I love a good road trip, and Vermont is made for cruising. Picture this. You're driving down a winding road, leaves changing color all around you, the crisp autumn air blowing through your hair. It's the kind of moment that makes you want to blast some John Denver. But it's not just the scenery, it's the vibe. Vermonters are some of the nicest, most down-to-earth people you'll ever meet. They're all about that slow living, appreciate the little things mentality. And it's contagious, I'm telling you. Okay, let's talk about those scenic byways because Vermont takes it to another level. We're talking roads that wind through mountains blazing with color, past sparkling lakes reflecting the sky, and through these little towns that time forgot. And the best part? You can just pull over whenever you want. Find a secluded spot with an epic view, set up a picnic, and just soak it all in. Or grab your camera, because trust me, you're going to want to remember this. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a city girl at heart. But there's something about Vermont in the fall that just speaks to me. It's like the whole state is a giant stress reliever, you know? You can hike through forests, bike along rivers, or just chill by a lake and watch the leaves change color. It's the perfect escape from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. All right, from the East Coast, we're jumping back to the West, and let me tell you, California knows how to do fall right, especially when it comes to Lake Tahoe. Imagine this crystal clear blue water, surrounded by mountains exploding with color. Lake Tahoe sits right on the border of California and Nevada. You can hike on the California side in the morning, gamble in Nevada in the afternoon. But let's be real, the star of the show here is the lake itself. We're talking water so blue, it looks like it was photoshopped. You can rent a kayak or a paddleboard and get out on the water, or just chill on the shore and soak it all in. Now, Lake Tahoe isn't just about chilling by the water, it's also a hiker's paradise. We're talking miles and miles of trails winding through forests, up mountains, and along ridges, all with those killer views of the lake. Imagine this, you're hiking through a forest, leaves crunching under your feet, the air crisp and cool, and then you reach a clearing. And boom, there it is, Lake Tahoe, spread out before you in all its glory. And the thing about Lake Tahoe is, there's a trail for everyone. Whether you're a seasoned hiker or just starting out, you'll find something to challenge you. And after a long day of hiking, you can reward yourself with a dip in the lake, a cold beer at a local brewery, or just kick back at your campsite and watch the stars come out. Trust me, it doesn't get much better than that. All right, we're heading over to the Midwest now, Wisconsin, to be exact. Door County, it's got this thing, this energy, this vibe that just screams autumn. You know what I'm talking about? It's like stepping into a postcard, one with those classic red lighthouses against a backdrop of fiery orange and red trees. And these aren't just any lighthouses, these are historic lighthouses. They've been around for decades. They've witnessed the changing seasons, the passing ships, the whole shebang. You can practically feel the history oozing out of the bricks when you get up close. And you gotta get a picture. But seriously, it's one of those things you have to see to believe. The way the sun hits the lighthouse, the way the leaves seem to glow, it's magical. It's like the whole place is putting on a show just for you. And trust me, you don't want to miss the grand finale. But Door County isn't just about lighthouses. It's also apple country. We're talking orchards as far as the eye can see, bursting with juicy apples ripe for the picking. You can spend a whole afternoon just wandering through the rows of trees, plucking apples straight from the branches. And the smell, oh man, the smell of fresh apples in the crisp autumn air, it's intoxicating. And the best part is, you can take your haul of apples and turn them into something delicious. Apple pies, apple cider, apple donuts, the possibilities are endless. It's like a childhood dream come true. But the adventures don't stop there. Door County is also home to some amazing hiking trails, winding through forests, bursting with fall colors. It's the perfect way to get some fresh air, clear your head, and soak in all the beauty that autumn has to offer. Okay, we're heading to Shenandoah National Park in Virginia. And let me tell you, this place is a fall foliage paradise. Imagine this, you're cruising down Skyline Drive, the windows down, crisp mountain air whipping through your hair. And all around you, as far as the eye can see, are mountains painted in every shade of red, orange, and yellow you can imagine. It's like driving through a painting, a masterpiece created by nature itself. And the best part? You don't even have to leave your car to experience the magic. Just pull over at one of the many overlooks along the way and soak it all in. Trust me, the views are breathtaking. But if you're feeling adventurous, there are also tons of hiking trails that'll take you deep into the heart of the park. You can hike to waterfalls, summit mountains, and get up close and personal with all the fall colors. Now you might be thinking, this all sounds great, but isn't Shenandoah just a bunch of trees? And to that, I say, you couldn't be more wrong. Sure, the fall foliage is the main attraction, but Shenandoah has so much more to offer. For starters, it's home to an abundance of wildlife. We're talking black bears, deer, wild turkeys, you name it. So keep your eyes peeled and your camera ready, because you never know what you might see. And if you're a history buff, you'll love exploring the park's many historical sites. There are old homesteads, cemeteries, and even remnants of the Civil War scattered throughout the park. So yeah, Shenandoah National Park is more than just a pretty face. It's a place where you can connect with nature, experience history, and create memories that will last a lifetime. And there you have it, folks. My top 10 must-visit USA destinations for autumn. From the city streets to the mountaintops, these places are bursting with fall colors and unforgettable experiences. So what are you waiting for? Book that trip, pack your bags, and get ready for an autumn adventure you'll never forget. And hey, if you do visit any of these places, be sure to comment below. I want to hear about your adventures. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know in the comments which place you're most excited to visit this autumn. See you in the next video.